Started drawing Butch Sims, Agent Sims, my character for the Fed, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. I always had this idea um, to create a story about, the bad guys who operate and control, and all the people who oppose conspiracy theories. The bad guys who, black bag people and extort and murder and do all the stuff that conspiracy theorists think happen. So I came up with the idea, what if I did a comic book from that point of view? Even though these guys are not heroes per se, they're more villains than anything else. But I started enjoying the idea because, unfortunately, sometimes villains are way more fun to draw and write stories about than good guys. Because the villains could do anything. They can do the most heinous things possible. Whereas heroes usually are pretty much one-dimensional, even though you can have flaws in them, and they can be drunks or don't follow procedures or whatever crap like that. But if you do villains as your characters, is anything's possible. Kind of like the Shield. The Shield was kind of in that thought process. Um, so most of the characters I draw have some kind of flaws to them. Uh, Butch is an agent of a fictional federation, much like Star Trek. It's a federation of planets. So he's a federal agent that goes around and protects the aliens and their needs and stuff from the general public. So he's the opposite of the X-Files or the Men in Black. Men in Black kind of similar, but it's not the same vibe. I go for darker stuff, more heinous stuff. In book one, Butch does some pretty nasty things halfway through the book. And that's just the way the character is made. In book two, I introduce more of the storyline of what's going on. You kind of figure out that there's something bigger happening, kind of like 24 of the different levels of bosses and bad guys and stuff like that. So in my book, The Fed, book 1 and 2, the story gets deeper and deeper, and you start following where it's going. And by the end of book 2, you realize just the big picture is something completely out of control as far as stuff that the feds like Butch can handle. It's actually going intergalactic, I guess you can say. I'm also introducing three new characters. One of which is who I'm drawing now, Eve, who was Butch's wife at one point, a fellow agent, who's semi-retired. Unfortunately, because of what happens, she has to come back and help out. I'm also introducing two other characters, which I cannot wait to get going. Book 3 is a bunch of loose drawings right now, such as these. Some more of the aliens, the Rockmora. They're an alien warrior race. They do a lot of crazy stuff because they're pretty much a cross between insects and crabs and all kinds of stuff. So right now, book 3 is a bunch of loose sketches. I finished the splash page, and I've also finished half of page 2. That's pretty much what I wanted to show. This is a one-man operation. It's something I've been trying to work off and get going for a while. Please support the Fed, Accelerator, Indiegogo, and any donations is more than welcome. Thank you.